I said I'm Emanuela and I present to you Secrets of Wellness. We have an interesting topic today for discussion, and today we have a topic: exercise enhances sleep quality. Exercise enhances sleep quality. Move more, sleep better. Move more, sleep better. Under this topic, we are going to discuss what exercises, what physical activities, examples of exercise and physical activity, what sleep qualities, sleep disorders, importance of exercise and physical activity. Stay tuned, don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Exercise is medicine. How often do you exercise? Do you have plans of exercising but do not have the time? Join me on the Star Plus TV 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. every Sunday as we discuss the secrets of wellness and fitness. Get ready to be inspired and motivated to live your healthiest life. Don't miss out on this incredible experience. To learn from experts in this field, don't forget Star Plus TV 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. every Sunday. Do make time to join us. Star Plus, the voice of Africa. Hi, I'm Emanuela. Do you know exercise is medicine? How often do you exercise? Do you have plans of exercising but do not have the time? Join me on the Star Plus TV 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. every Sunday as we discuss the secrets of wellness and fitness. Get ready to be inspired and motivated to live your healthiest life. Don't miss out on this incredible experience. To learn from experts in this field, don't forget Star Plus TV 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. every Sunday. Do make time to join us. Star Plus, the voice of Africa. Hi, I'm Emanuela. Do you know exercise is medicine? How often do you exercise? Do you have plans of exercising but do not have the time? Join me on the Star Plus TV 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. every Sunday as we discuss the secrets of wellness and fitness. Get ready to be inspired and motivated to live your healthiest life. Don't miss out on this incredible experience. To learn from experts in this field, don't forget Star Plus TV 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. every Sunday. Do make time to join us. Star Plus, the voice of Africa. Hi, I'm Emanuela. Do you know
Welcome back, viewers. I want to use this opportunity to also say thank you for joining us on today's show. It's been a pleasure meeting you. So today's Secrets of Wellness bring to you: exercise enhances sleep quality. Move more, sleep better. Exercise enhances sleep quality. Move more, sleep better. Now we talk about exercise. What is exercise? DNA exercise. Exercise is any physical activity that is planned, it is structured, it is repetitive, and it has the goal of maintaining physical health. It's any physical activity that is planned, it is structured, it is repetitive, it has a purpose, and the goal is to maintain physical health. Now we said exercise is a physical activity. What then is physical activity? Physical activity is any body movement that takes you out of rest. Physical activity is any body movement that takes you out of rest. Or we say, physical activity is any body movement that can expand your energy. So let's say you wake up early morning in the house, you sweep, you fetch water, you do your laundry. All of this is talking about physical activity. And we said exercise is any physical activity that takes you. We said exercise is any physical activity that is planned, is structured, is purposive and repetitive. What then is the meaning of it is being planned? What is the meaning of exercise is being planned? We say exercise is being planned. It first of all starts from you, the individual. So in the first place, you have to take that decision in advance as to what you should do, how you should do it, and when you should do it. So now it becomes planned. So you wake up morning, you know you've taken the decision that this is what I want to do, this is how I want to do it, and this is when I want to start doing it. So now it becomes planned. So if it's a physical activity, we say sweeping. You wake up early morning and you take sweeping. You've planned it. Now you've planned it. So early morning, 6 o'clock, I'm waking up, I'm sweeping at this time. This is how I want to do my sweeping, and this is the time I want to start. It becomes exercise. And we also say that exercise has to be repetitive. So if you've done the planning and you know you've taken the decision as to when you should start, how you should start, and when you should do it, you now have to do it continuously. So it's over and over again. Today you do it the same time, tomorrow you do it the same time, the next day you do it the same time. It becomes repetitive. It becomes something, a routine you are following every day. Now we also say that it has to be structured. If you are talking about exercise, it has to be structured. It being structured means that you have to have an organized pattern. So it has a pattern that I'm doing walking for 2 minutes, I'm sitting down for 3 minutes. It has a pattern, organized pattern with underlining goals and purpose, which means that if you are doing this exercise, this is what I want to achieve. This is my goal. This is my purpose. My purpose is to lose weight. Today's goal is to enhance sleep quality. So we are talking about if you are engaging in this exercise, it will enhance your sleep quality. Now, we also say that it has to be structured. If it's structured, it means that it has an organized pattern. This organized pattern will help you to know what you should do, what you should do next, and then you should have an intention in mind that with my intention, this is what I am achieving. This is what I'm achieving. So now we've established what exercise is. We know what physical activity is. Exercise is any physical activity that has to be planned. It has to be structured. It has to be purposive. Being purposive means that you have the intention as to what you want to achieve. It has to be repetitive, and you have to have a goal. The goal is for you to maintain, or the goal is for you to get your overall physical health. And we say your physical activity is then any body movement you do. You wake up, you go and sell in the market. It's a body movement you do, so you get tired in the end. It expends your energy. You get exhausted. This now is then a physical activity. So the difference is the planning or the structures we put into place. As physical activity, you have to plan it to become exercise. Now let's talk about some examples of physical activity and exercise. One of the examples of physical activity and exercise is playing of basketball. You go to the court, you go with your friends, your group, you get a ball, then you play it. Playing basketball. Another physical activity or exercise we can talk about is playing of tennis. Look at how beautiful the person is on the screen. Exercise is making her feel happy. So one of the examples is also playing tennis ball. Another example of exercise and physical activity is step-ups. So you get a step in the house, you do a step up, you walk up and down the step. It's also exercise. And then another one we can talk about is running. You wake up early morning, you do some small jogging, 15, 20, 30 minutes. We call that also exercise. And before it can become exercise, it means that it's something you have to do over and over again. It becomes continuous pattern for you. It's something you put in place that today morning I'm running, tomorrow's morning I'm running, the next morning I'm running. Examples of other physical activity is sweeping. You are dancing, is also physical activity. For this dance to become an exercise, then it has to be planned, it has to be structured, it has to be purposive, and it has to be something you do continuously over and over again. Then you're dancing instead of being physical activity, and now become exercise. Doing your laundry is a physical activity. For it to become an exercise for you, you have to plan it. You do it every day. You have a structure in which you do it. It becomes your exercise instead of your physical activity. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back shortly.
nkyerɛkyerɛ efiri Gentleman Dental Clinic nkyerɛkyerɛ a wobɛtumi anaasɛ anamɔ a wobɛtumi afa so de abɔ wo se ho ban. Anamɔ a edi kan no ɛyɛ sɛ every 6 months bia no ɛwɔ sɛ wotumi kɔyɛ dental checkup a yɛfrɛ no examination no na o doctor ɛhwehwɛ wɔnum ehu ɛhawa ɛkɔ so anamɔ bɛn na ɛwɔ sɛ wotu a ɛbɛboa wo na doctor no ato no boase akyerɛkyerɛ wo. Afei so anamɔ a ɛtɔ so mmienu ɛyɛ sɛ every 6 months bia no ɛwɔ sɛ wotumi ɛkɔyɛ scaling and polishing yɛkɔ na doctor ɛde abɛɛfo kwan so machines ahodoɔ yɛde hohoro wɔnum ɛyi nneɛma ahyehyɛ ɛsɛn mu ɛtumi ma wokasa pampan ɛtumi bɛmu ana ɛma sɛn no nyinaa ayɛ mobile na ɛkeka ɛpɛ sɛ ɛtu ne nyinaa no doctor ɛbɛhohoro wɔnum ama saa problem no nyinaa afiri hɔ. Afei so no ɛwɔ anamɔ a ɛtɔ so mmiɛnsa no ɛwɔ sɛ wotumi brush wo teeth no 2 minutes twice every day. De bia no ɛwɔ sɛ wotumi spend 2 minutes and not less than 2 minutes ɛde twitwiri wo se anopa ɛne anwummerɛ. Afei so no anamɔ a ɛtɔ so ɛnan no ɛyɛ sɛ every day bia no ɛwɔ sɛ wantumi kora no wotumi floss once every day. Flossing no ɛyɛ sɛ wadidi awie na uyiyi wosim uyiyi wosim a ɛyade a ehia pa na material bɛn na ɔde yiyi wosim no ɛwɔ sɛ wotimi nya recommended dental material yɛde yiyi wosim ɛno na yɛfrɛ no dental floss no ɛyɛ ahoma entimi mpiraw ahoma no wobɛtumi ɛde yiyi wosim kama efi bia ɛhyɛ anase ebitimi wura ɛsɛn no ntokuro mu beebi a sɛde ɛsɛn ne tie bia no ebitimi wura hɔ abra ɛmfa epira bia ɛma wosim akyi nam no. Afei so anamɔ a etwato no sɛ rinsing yɛ sɛ wɔdidi awie na ɔhohoro wɔnum ɛno so yɛ ade a ehia paa. Enuane nkaeɛ no a wodidi wie a ɛka wɔnum no ɛwɔ sɛ wotumi de nsuo ɛhohoro wɔnum na opigu ɛno ɛyɛ anamɔ a wobɛtumi ɛde abɔ wo se ho ban. Sɛ wo se tu a kwan a wobɛfa so ahyɛ wo se no foforɔ. Sɛ wo se tu a ɛho hia sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ wohyɛ wo se no foforɔ. Na anamɔ a ɛwɔ sɛ wotu nie wobɛdi kan atu anamɔ akɔhu wo dentist. Wo dentist bɛkyerɛkyerɛ wo ɛsen ne sie no ahodoɔ a ɛwɔ hɔ a ɛne deɛ yɛyɛ ma wo a ɛbɛboa wo. Ɛsen ne sie no yɛwɔ deɛ yɛsi a wobɛtumi ayi asan hye ɛna yɛwɔ deɛ yɛsi nso a wontumi ɛntu biem ɛno ɛyɛ fix. Ɛno no yɛsi a wontumi ɛntu biem na ɔsitu a ɛho nso ehia pa sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ osi ɛfiri sɛ wansi ɛsen no a ɛma
exercising but do not have the time. Join me on the Star Plus TV 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. every Sunday as we discuss the secrets of wellness and fitness. Get ready to be inspired and motivated to live your healthiest life. Don't miss out on this incredible experience. To learn from experts in this field, don't forget a Star Plus TV 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. every Sunday. Do make time to join us. Star Plus, the voice of Africa. Hi, I'm Emanuela. Do you know exercise is medicine? How often do you exercise? Do you have...
We are live on Star Plus TV, and Secrets of Wellness is brought to you by Perfect Star Supermarket in collaboration with Perfect Grade Publications and Stationery. Perfect Grade, we are located at Aputoja Station. Inside the SK Towers, we have all the books for your world, from kindergarten to JHS 3. And then you can contact us on these numbers to grab your copies, bulk purchases, 0243 299 299 938 0243 299 938, or you can contact us on the other number 0540 755 465 0540 755 465. Perfect Series, we say your world's future is secured. Viewers, don't forget you can also follow us on our social media handles. On YouTube is Star Plus TV GH, TikTok is Star Plus TV, and Facebook is Star Plus TV. Now let's continue from where we ended. So we talk about some examples of exercise and physical activity, and we mentioned playing basketball, playing tennis, playing football, sweeping, having your laundries. All of that are physical activity, but once it becomes planned, it becomes structured, it's now an exercise you do. So we just talk about exercise and physical activity. Now in a week, how many hours or how many minutes are we required to engage in physical activity, to engage in exercise? According to World Health Organization, we are supposed to have 150 minutes exercise as individuals in 5 days. So in a week, if you take 5 days, you are supposed to have 150 minutes of exercise. And if we divide 150 by 5, you will get 30. So it means that in a day, let's say in a week, you decide to exercise from Monday to Friday, you have to do in a day 30 minutes exercise. In a day, you are supposed to engage in 30 minutes exercise. And someone will say this 30 minutes is too much for me. Fine, 30 minutes is too much, no problem. But then it's not that too stressful, and I will recommend to you that you can divide it into section. So if you are dividing it into section, it means that in the morning you can do 10 minutes exercise. Afternoon, when you go to work, you can do another 10 minutes exercise, and in the evening you can do another 10 minutes exercise. If you break it down, it becomes very easier, and you still achieve the same thing. People who do the straightforward 30 minutes exercise, you still achieve the same effect. That is what we are talking about. So it's not that so stressful. It's just about you taking the bold decision as to when you should start, how you should do it, and when you should do it. So individually, you are required to do 30 minutes exercise in a day, and this exercise you are talking about is moderate intense, which means that it's not too difficult, it's not too easy for you to do, but then it's in between for you, and everyone can engage in exercise. Most of the time, we mostly confuse exercise with physical activity. Our mothers will say, hey, I've woken up the whole day, I swept the house, I washed the dishes, I've done laundry, and I'm so tired. It's not small exercise I've done. My dear, you are not doing exercise, you are engaging in physical activity, because we said physical activity is something that takes you out of rest, or it expands your energy. So if you want it to become an exercise, you now have to plan it, you have to structure it, it has to be repetitive. You have a goal that this is what I want to achieve in the end. Also, we should ask, why exercise? Why are we so much talking about exercise? At this age, you and I have the energy to engage in exercise. So I'm just giving you the motivation to engage in exercise. You have the strength. If you can do it now, why don't you do it? Should you wait till the time you have all those chronic diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, stroke, and this is the time you start going to the hospital? You go to the physio unit and they give you exercise to do. You can't even do it, but you'll be striving to do it just because you want to get better. So once you have the energy now, just give it a try. It's just a matter of you deciding. Most of the time too, we see exercise to be too demanding and too stressful, so we hesitate to engage in it. My dear, it's not too difficult. Just give it a thought, make that decision and engage in it. And we are saying if you engage in this exercise, it helps your sleep pattern. You will not go to bed and be struggling as to when I should sleep. You go to bed 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, you are still seated there. You can't even sleep. The sleep is not coming. That is very bad. So if you have the energy now, engage in it. We come back from work, we come back, we order small pizza, we watch our televisions, we have dinner, and then we sleep. This is all sedentary behavior, and all these behaviors are not good for our health. It doesn't even help us to sleep better. It affects the overall well-being of a person. So why don't you use this time to engage in exercise? If you say that 30 minutes is too much, why don't you wake up early morning? If you can do 10 minutes walk up and down the house, you do that 10 minutes. If you go to work during your lunchtime, during the break, instead of you looking on your screen, instead of you using technology to engage yourself, and sometimes you engage in wrong posture, so in the end you get a problem. Why don't you use another 10 minutes out of your time to do another exercise? Then when you come back from work, you are in the house, at least you do another 10 minutes before you go and take your bath and go to bed. 10 gives you 30, and you are achieving the same thing. You don't have to buy a drug, lose the tips. that will help you to enhance your sleeping. And exercise that we are talking about, it doesn't only affect your sleep pattern, it affects your overall well-being. So don't think exercise is too demanding. It's something that is very easy. You program your mind and then you engage in it. That will help you. Now let's talk about sleep quality. We said exercise enhances sleep. Move more, sleep better. What then is sleep quality? Sleep quality is the ease at which you fall asleep and then you stay asleep each night. It's the quality or the ease at which you fall asleep and then you stay asleep each night. So if you go, let's say you go to bed, in the next 5-10 minutes you are falling asleep. Nothing distracts you. You stay asleep throughout the next morning. This is what we are talking to be as sleep quality. And we say, if you engage in exercise, if you make your physical activities become exercise and you engage in them, then you can have this sleep quality. You don't go to bed hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, 30-40 minutes, you are still there without you being able to sleep. That is bad or poor quality sleep. So if you go to bed and you are in bed more than an hour and you can't sleep, we say this is a poor quality sleep. Or you go to bed, after an hour you are able to sleep, but then you wake up repeatedly in between the night. You wake up several times before the morning. We said this is also a poor quality sleep. So for you to prevent all of this, for you to sleep the right manner, for you to have that quality sleep, why don't you engage in exercise? And this exercise will not only benefit your sleep pattern, but then your overall health. So this is what we are talking about. Now, how many hours should we sleep as individuals? We just talk about what sleep quality is. And we said sleep quality is the ease at which you fall asleep and you stay at bed or you stay asleep each day. So if you sleep today, you go to bed today, in the next 3-5 minutes you're falling asleep, nothing wakes you up until the time for wake up and you wake up. It's a quality sleep. The next day the same thing happens, then you have a quality sleep. But then if you go to bed 1 hour, 2 hours, 1 hour 30 minutes, you are still there, you can't sleep. And even if you try to sleep, you wake up intermittently, you wake up repeatedly before your time for waking up, you have a poor quality sleep. Then engage in exercise to have impact on your overall well-being and also your sleep pattern. Now, the hours of sleep for individual, we are supposed to sleep for 7 to 9 hours each day. We are supposed to sleep for 7 to 9 hours each day. Why? The body needs this stage. These stages are very necessary and very important for the body. It helps the body to freshen up the whole system. It generates our way of thinking. It helps our brain to function very well. The way at which we remember things, it becomes very quick. So sleep is very needed for each and every one of us. And I'm recommending to you that if you have difficulties sleeping, my dear, just engage in exercise. It will be fine with you. Don't go nowhere. Don't forget, you are live on Star Plus TV. I said you can follow us on our social media handles. On YouTube is Star Plus TV GH, Facebook is Star Plus TV, and TikTok is Star Plus TV. Grab a popcorn. We'll be right back.
Within the Evelyn, make a free perfect publication and stationery. And the donor friend a perfect series. Perfect series, our textbook I would draw. A free Neju, a copy JHS. Neju 1 textbook, ebine literacy, numeracy, coloring, writing, and phonics. Your KG books also, KG books, baby, literacy, numeracy, OWAP, creative arts, computing, and phonics. Over primary so primary so your English, basic 1 up to basic 6. Your maths, basic 1 up to basic 6. Your history, basic 1 up to 6. Your creative arts, your science, your RME, yes, our computing. Your JHS textbook ni bi one. JHS textbook ebine English. Your barcode there, your singles, and your the account boom. Your RME be cranny. RME you combined, you single, starting from basic 7 to basic 9. Yes, our science so science textbook. You was singles, basic 7, basic 8, basic 9. The English book here me. You combine a basic 7 to basic 9. Open Marco so you English single 1. That is basic 7, basic 8, basic 9. You was social studies basic 7. They are singles no. And you 8 and 9. Yes, also combine perfect series. Open perfect series. I put soldier off Lake Road. And I yes also Accra dance my first stop. Your telephone number ni 0540 755 465 0540 755 465. We are ankre and also we are school and also we are for now book ni be papa book papa palm or ba and one is all the when you perfect series book a book papa pa or ba betimi asua de e de akọ nkan e wo abrabo yi mu. Perfect series, your world's future is secure.
Empenyi say obrayo ko wabrabo na mu nsu akukuhwa se wom oda wom na afi amanie ensu ewom we nyina nti na Star Plus TV ye de dwumadie bia ya to ne din se abrabo ye adesua ebremo wo sa dwumadie yi mu no ye bo pimpanyimfo titiri ni ani ntini manifo twotwo ro ne na o ma twetwe nkomo na ye bisa o mu se abrabo ahyase kora etesen ne na o madi nkomo abesi die nei abrabo de o ma ba beduri ye adesua dwumadie no ye de bremo kwasi ada anwumre no nso na yapon anwumre no woche na afi edru ya wada anwumre no num kwasi no nsia so na asan esimosu bi wa mam. Star Plus TV say abrabo eye adesua.
Hi, I'm Emanuela. Do you know exercise is medicine? How often do you exercise? Do you have plans of exercising but do not have the time? Join me on the Star Plus TV 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. every Sunday as we discuss the secrets of wellness and fitness. Get ready to be inspired and motivated to live your healthiest life. Don't miss out on this incredible experience. To learn from experts in this field, don't forget a Star Plus TV 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. every Sunday. Do make time to join us. Star Plus, the voice of Africa. Hi.
Welcome back again. So let's continue from where we ended. We were talking about sleep quality, and then we established that sleep quality is the ease at which one goes to bed and stay at bed or stay asleep each day. The ease at which you go to bed and fall asleep and then stay asleep each day. If you go to bed and after hours, an hour and 30 minutes, 2 hours, and you haven't fallen asleep, we say that is a poor quality sleep. Or you even fall asleep after hours, but then you find yourself waking up intermittently or repeatedly before your time of waking up. That is also a poor sleep quality. Now let's talk about the stages of sleep now for us all to know. What are the stages of sleep? We have 5 different stages of sleep, and then these stages are the wake up stage. We have N1, N2, N3, and then the rapid eye movement stages. So basically we have 5 stages, which is the wake or the alert stage, either wake or alert state, and then we have N1, N2, N3, and then rapid eye movement stage. In these stages, the N1 to N3 are regarded as non-rapid eye movement stage, and then the 5th stage is the rapid eye movement stage, and then the first stage is then called the wake or the alert stage. Because it's called the wake or the alert stage, it's part of the stages, but then it's not a main focus. So instead of talking about 5, we'll talk about 4, because the stages at which we sleep focuses on those 4, from the N1 to the rapid eye movement stage. So if we talk about the wake or the alert stage, which is the first stage but not much a focus, so we'll take it out and we focus on 4th stage. This is the stage where we go to bed, we stay in the bed, and it's either your eye is in a closed position or the eye is in an open position. So if the eye is in an open position, we have an instance called That instrument is called beta waves. When the beta waves are high, your eyes are open and you are just there doing nothing. But after some time, you begin to feel drowsy. So once you start feeling drowsy, the alpha waves become very much. They become predominant. So they predominate the beta waves, which was making your eyes open. So once the alpha waves become predominant, you then fall asleep. Your eyes are being closed. And from this stage, this is where the first stages of sleep come in, which is the N1. The N1 is called light sleep. And out of 100%, it constitutes 5% of the sleep we have. N1 is called light sleep. It constitutes 5% of the sleep we have. And because we said it is just 5% and it's a light sleep, here there are no changes in your body. Your breathing remains the same. Nothing changes. You are just sleeping there, feeling comfortable. And this stage, you are not so deep. So even if someone enters the room or opens the door, you know that someone has entered. And the probability of you waking up is very high. Now let's talk about the stage 3, which is now our stage 2. So N2. The N2 is the deeper sleep stage. And this out of 100% constitutes 45% of the sleep we have. So if you should be wishing for anything, it should be one of the best things you wish for, that if I go to sleep and I get to this stage, I should be able to sleep and sleep very well. This stage constitutes 45% of the sleep we have. And at this stage, a lot of things happen. So your heart rate drops. Instead of the heart beating very fast, most of the times it drops to a certain temperature. Your whole general body temperature also drops, and you sleep very well. And it's a non-rapid eye movement, so your eyes are not moving, nothing is moving. You are just sleeping and having your peaceful rest. This is the second stage. Now the third stage is the N3. N3 constitutes just 25% of the sleep quality we have. N3 constitutes 25% of the sleep quality we have. And here too is very needed, because this is the time where the body uses to restructure tissues in our body system that are being damaged. So let's say maybe you have a cut in your hand or in your leg, there is an impairment or something somewhere. The body uses this stage of sleep to repair those impairments. If you have a wound, this is the time the body will use to repair the tissue or the nerve that is there. It regenerates it. This is the time the body builds the bones in our body to become very stronger. It tones the muscle to look very fine. So this 25% is also very needed. And overall, this is the time the body uses to repair the immune system. And we know that immune system is more or less like the powerhouse of the human body, because the immune system also directs and regulates other systems that are working in our body. So the 25% is also very needed for us to sleep and sleep well. Now the last stage, and we said the N1 to N3 are called non-rapid eye movement stage. So if you start this stage, your eyes are not in any movement at all. You are just having your normal sleep. Then we move to the last stage, which is the rapid eye movement stage. And this stage also constitutes 25% of the sleep we have. At this stage, the sleep is not so restful, but then it's also very needed for us, because this is the time we begin to have our dreams, and sometimes we even have nightmares. This is the stage at which we have our dreams, and if the dream is very nice, your sleep goes very well. And if the dream is a nightmare, it will disturb your sleep pattern, so you end up waking up frightened, or you waking up with a bad mood. But then this stage is also very needed, because we said it's a rapid eye movement stage. So you are dreaming, your brain is in function, your brain is working at this stage. So if the brain is working, you know that it's very needed. And not just that, this is the stage the body used to increase the metabolism rate of the body by 20%. You can imagine 20% is not something that is very small. So the brain uses this time, or the body uses this time or this stage of sleep to improve the functioning of the brain, and also help the brain to function very well. Thank you. And so now let's talk about a quick recap of the stages of sleep. We have the wake or the alert. Then we have N1 to N3, which are the non-rapid eye movement stages. And then we have the rapid eye movement stage, which is also very necessary because it makes the brain function well and improve the metabolic rate system. And we said from the first one, which is N1, is 5%, N2 is 45%, where we sleep very well. Our heart rate drops, and then the body temperature also drops. Then the N2, that is the deepest non-rapid eye movement, is also needed because the body repairs the immune system. It builds our bones, builds the muscle tone. If there is a tissue that is damaged in the body restructures it and puts it into place. So this stage is also needed. Then the last stage, which is the rapid eye movement, where we have our sweet dreams, good night dreams, we dream about our loved ones. This is also needed. Or we have our nightmares. That is also needed because it helps the brain to function well, and then it helps in our metabolism system by increasing it by 20%. Now let's talk about sleep disorders. What are sleep disorders if you don't have a quality sleep? We said if you exercise, you will have a quality sleep. So if you are someone who don't engage in exercise, the probability of you not having a quality sleep is very high. And if you are not having a quality sleep, we will say you are having sleep disorders. So these sleep disorders are the changes in your sleep pattern. So you sleep at maybe 8 p.m. By 9 a.m. you are up. You sleep around 9:30 again to 10. By 10 or 11 you are up again. Changes in your sleep pattern. This now is a sleep disorder, and all of this sleep disorder has a negative effect on your health because the body needs sleep actually, and not just a sleep, a quality sleep for the body to function over and over well. It helps the body to perform the duties it's supposed to perform and helps the body not to break down. So if you are not having this quality sleep, you are having sleep disorders, then you are affecting your body. You think that you are young right now and things are working perfectly, but by the time you grow, you've caused much harm to the body. How should the sleeping pattern of a person be? How should be the position of a sleeping person? Last week we talked about technique, and I remembered we talked about some sleeping positions, and we said one of the best sleeping position is you sleeping on your back, because with a supportive pillow that is supporting your head and your neck, not just your head though. If it's supporting just your head, they are not creating a path for the curvature of the spine, because the spine has a right position. And if you put the pillow on just your head, it's not supporting your neck, then you are causing a harm to the general body. Overall, you get a wrong posture and you feel several pain. So if you sleep on your back, you have a supportive pillow supporting your head and your neck. That will help you very well. There's another also pillow supporting your knees, which reduces the pressure or the stress on the joints. That will help you. You wake up feeling so good and you feel that you are very active. Sleeping on the side is also very good. But if you are sleeping on the side, as we said, a comfortable pillow. The pillow should help support your head and your neck. The pillow shouldn't be so tough. It shouldn't be so hard to the extent that your head is raised above the normal curvature or the line of the spine. That will cause a wrong posture. You will end up getting scoliosis or lordosis. So it's not a right position. And if you are sleeping on your side, it will be very best that if you get a supportive pillow that is a bit soft, supporting your head and your neck, you should get another pillow in between your thighs. And this also helps reduces much pressure or stress on the joints. So you didn't wake up feeling much pain in your joints or your neck. You wake up feeling so good. Now let's go back to the sleep disorders. What are some of the things that causes sleep disorders? We know the sleeping. Sometimes we feel like we should just sleep on our tummy, and you sleep, the pillow is too hard. You are also damaging the curvature of the spine. If you sleep on a bed that is too soft, you sleep and you go inside, creating a C shape, you are causing damage to the curvature of the spine, and all of these are not good. So if you look at the image that is being projected, you can use that to guide yourself to prevent a longer term injury to your spine and your general body overall. Now, what are some of the things that causes sleep disorders? Sleep disorders can be caused by several other things. It can be a medical problem, and if it's a medical problem, it can be as a result of you having asthma. It can be as a result of you having heart attack. Can be as a result of you having pain in the nerves of the body. So you have that pain when you go to bed. Anytime you feel like sleeping, the pain exaggerates, so you are not able to have that quality sleep you are supposed to have. All of that can cause sleep disorders, and we are saying if you engage in exercise will help improve all of that. Sometimes too, it can be a mental health issue. So you are being depressed, you have anxiety, you are thinking of a lot of things. It can cause sleep disorders, which is a poor quality sleep. So instead of you having a perfect sleep, you will not have that perfect sleep. You end up waking up not feeling so well. Your body will feel fatigued and you'll be stressed. Those are some of the things that can cause sleep disorders. Also, you're about to go to bed and then you've taken caffeine. If you take caffeine affects some of the hormones in the system. So instead of you sleeping, it will delay your sleep time. If delaying your sleep time means that you wouldn't be able to have the number of duration we are supposed to have, which we said 7 to 9 hours sleep each day. For you to have that quality sleep, you are supposed to have at most 7 to 9 hours each day. If you take coffee before going to bed, it will also delay your sleep time, so you wouldn't be able to have the quality sleep. Also, if you take alcohol will also delay your sleep quality, so you wouldn't be able to sleep well. You wake up feeling much fatigue, pain, headache, general body pain. It's not good for your health. But to avoid all of this, you're not taking coffee, you're not taking alcohol, and if it's a health issue, health condition, or mental health, depression, anxiety, stress, exercise will help boost your immune system to bring down these things for you to have the quality sleep we are talking about here. Some sleep disorders we know are insomnia, and insomnia is difficulty sleeping or you going to bed and waking up early most of the time repeatedly. Another one is sleep apnea. There are people when they go to bed to sleep, their breath ceases, and if the breath ceases, it will cease for some time and start again. Because of the fear of their breath being ceasing, they are even afraid of dying. This affects their sleep quality, and they tend to feel that it's better for me to stay awake than to go to bed and be feeling this way. Engage in exercise. Change your physical activity to exercise. It will improve all of that. And we have another one, periodic limb movement. You go to bed to fall asleep, but once you are sleeping, you are involuntarily moving your hands and your legs, which is not something you intend to do. Please engage in exercise. Change your physical activities to exercise. Exercise will help improve your coordination. It will help improve your balance. It will take away this involuntary movement, and then in the end, you will boost your overall well-being, and you also boost your sleep quality. There are some exercises that will help us improve our sleep quality, but we'll talk about it once we are back. Don't forget, I'm Emanuela, your host for Secrets of Wellness, and Secrets of Wellness is brought to you by Perfect Star Supermarkets in collaboration with Perfect Grade Publications and Stationery. Perfect Grade Publications and Stationery have all the books for your walls, from kindergarten to JHS 3, and they are located at Aputoja Station, inside the SK Towers. For more packages, you can contact us on the following numbers: 0243 299 938, 0243 299 938, or 0540 755 465, 0540 755 465. Don't forget, You can also follow us on our social media handles. On YouTube is Star Plus TV GH, TikTok is Star Plus TV, and Facebook is Star Plus TV. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Emanuela. Do you know exercise is medicine? How often do you exercise? Do you have plans of exercising but do not have the time? Join me on the Star Plus TV 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. every Sunday as we discuss the secrets of wellness and fitness. Get ready to be inspired and motivated to live your healthiest life. Don't miss out on this incredible experience. To learn from experts in this field, don't forget a Star Plus TV 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. every Sunday. Do make time to join us. Star Plus, the voice of Africa. Hi, I'm Emanuela. Do you know exercise is medicine? How often do you exercise? Do you have plans of exercising but do not have the time? Join me on the Star Plus TV 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. every Sunday as we discuss the secrets of wellness and fitness. Get ready to be inspired and motivated to live your healthiest life. Don't miss out on this incredible experience. To learn from experts in this field, don't forget a Star Plus TV 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. every Sunday. Do make time to join us. Star Plus, the voice of Africa. Hi, I'm Emanuela. Do you know exercise is medicine? How often do you exercise? Do you have plans of exercising but do not have the time? Join me on the Star Plus TV 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. every Sunday as we discuss the secrets of wellness and fitness. Get ready to be inspired and motivated to live your healthiest life. Don't miss out on this incredible experience. To learn from experts in this field, don't forget a Star Plus TV 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. every Sunday. Do make time to join us. Star Plus, the voice of Africa. Hi, I'm Emanuela.
Back once again. So now let's talk about some of the exercises that can improve your sleep quality. Before we talk about exercises that can improve your sleep quality, you don't just wake up and engage in exercise. We say your exercise has to be planned, it has to be structured, it has to be purposive, it has to have a goal that this is what I want to do. Now we are talking about sleep, but even if you exercise, it wouldn't just affect your sleep, it will affect your overall well-being. And before you exercise, don't just wake up giddy and start running. No, you cause problems to your muscles. It doesn't work that way. We have something called warm-up. You have to prepare the general body, you have to prepare the muscles, you have to hit them that there's something stronger coming for them, so that you wouldn't cause any tear or musculoskeletal injuries to the muscles. So you have to now start gradually. If you start gradually, then you progress it to become intense, and when you're about finishing, you bring it down slowly again. So if you want to do exercise, you should have at the back of your mind that you should do something called warm-up, and this warm-up is what helps the system, it's what generates or helps the muscle to prepare for any vigorous activity you engage in. It is what will help you not to cause any damage or any pain to the body whilst you are engaging in this exercise. And if you are done with the warm-up, you go to the vigorous activity, the main activity you want to engage in. So if you go to this main activity, the body was already prepared. The muscles were known that they were given a pre-information that something vigorous was coming. So if you do this vigorous activity, it wouldn't cause any injuries to your body, any injuries to your muscle. And if you are stopping to, you calm down slowly, and this is what we term as cool down. So your cool down should also help you not to cause any injury to the body. You bring the body back to its normal positioning. So we already established that we are supposed to have a sleep of 7 to 9 hours, and also we say that for exercise, in 5 days you should do moderate to intense exercise. And this exercise, in a day you can do 30 minutes exercise. In 30 minutes you can break it down into sections: 10 morning, 10 afternoon, and 10 evening before you go to bed. Fine. If you are taking the 30 minutes, So now let's take the 30 minutes and divide it into the warm-up, the vigorous activity, and the cool-down we are talking about now. Your warm-up should be 5 minutes. This 5 minutes prepares the general body from head to toe that you are coming to do something vigorous, and there will be no injury on the body. And then after that, you go to the vigorous activity. That vigorous activity should constitute at most for a moderate intense exercise 20 minutes. Then after the 20 minutes, you can now go back to the cool down, and your cool down should be 5 minutes. So before you start exercise, we are talking about your warm-up. Your warm-up should be 5 minutes. So you can start slow walking. You walk slowly for 3 minutes in your house. Maybe you have a corridor. From beginning to the end of the corridor, you just walk slowly in and out. You go back, you come back, slowly up and down for 3 minutes. And after you are done with that slow walking for 3 minutes, you now go back to a brisk walking. So you fasten the space at which you started the slow walking. Instead of you doing the space slowly, now you increase it to an intense pace for 2 minutes. So it's first of all a slow one. After a slow one, you increase the pace for 2 minutes, the slow for 3 minutes, and then the pace for 2 minutes. The slow for 3 minutes, and then increasing the pace, which you are calling a brisk walking. That one becomes 3 minutes. So that helps you. If you've done this, it has effect on the general body. You can see on the screen there is leg movement, there is hand movement, the whole body is in coordination. So it's preparing the muscles you are going to engage in the vigorous activity, not to have any injury on the body. So that is well established now. You start slowly, you walk slowly for 3 minutes, and after that 3 minutes, you go to 2 minutes by increasing the pace. Increasing that pace for 2 minutes, the 3 plus 2 is now giving you a 5 minute warm-up before you engage in your vigorous activity. And we say you have to start slowly and then progress it. So after you've done this is having effect on the whole body. So it's not going to affect your sleep pattern, but then it's going to affect your overall well-being. But today's focus is sleep quality. So after your warm-up, you now go back to the intense activity you are going to do. For the intense activity, you can now start by running in place. So you stay at one place and then you are running in place. You do that for 4 minutes. After the 4 minutes, you can rest for 1 minute. So you are running in place for 4 minutes. You stay at one place, you run in place, you stay one place, you are going the hand movement, the leg movement. You've done it for 4 minutes. After that 4 minutes, you can have a 1 minute break period, and that 1 minute break period will help you to recover some strength. After recovering some break, then you go on to a different activity. So first you do your warm-up, slow walking, then brisk, making 5 minutes, then you come to the vigorous activity, which is you running in place. So instead of 5 minutes now, because we want you to rest for the body to recover slowly before you engage in another vigorous activity, you can just do 4 minutes instead of the 5 minutes. 4 minutes instead of the 5 minutes, then you have a 1 minute rest period. After this, which constitutes one of your vigorous activity, you can do another activity such as skipping a rope. You find yourself in a nice environment. The environment should be a place that is safe for you, that even when you are skipping the rope and you fall down, you wouldn't cause any injury to your body. So you just get a skipping rope, you help yourself with it, you skip for at least, or you still have at least, you get your skipping rope, you then do for 4 minutes, and after that 4 minutes you have another break of 1 minute. So you skip rope. The environment is very safe for you not to fall down, for you to have any injury. Then you have another 4 minutes. After the 4 minutes, you rest again for 1 minute. After that 1 minute, if you have any steps in the house, you do a step up activity. So for you, if you don't have even a stairs in the house, you can just go for a chair. on the step up, you first of all put your left leg on the steps. If the left leg is on the stairs, you bring the right leg in addition to it. After you putting the right leg on it, then you come back slowly. So you put the left leg back again, then the right leg back. The first one is that you put your left leg on the stairs. If the left leg is on the stairs, you gently raise your body to put your right leg on the stairs, and after that you come back slowly again. So you descend down with the left leg, and then you bring the right leg also back. So you do a step up. If you don't have any stairs in your house, just grab a stool, those short stools we use for cooking, then it will help you. So left leg on it, right leg on it. You do that for at least 4 minutes. After that 4 minutes, you can have another 1 minute break again for your body system to have some break or to have some recovery before you do the next vigorous activity. So now some of you say that we told you that exercise is any physical activity, and physical activity takes you out of rest, but exercise has to be planned. So now we are using dancing as exercise. Now you can dance every day, but now if you plan it that is an exercise, you do that dance every day, every time there is a specific time allocation for it, and you have a goal or the things you are working on. So now let's go to a dance. Now you are taking the dance, you can just have another 4 minutes dance. And dancing is also very good for the body. It works on the general body from the head to the toe. So you can, someone will say, I don't know how to dance, but then all of us can dance. It's just a matter of programming your mind. You stand at one side with two legs or a bit wide apart with your hands opposite you. So first you move to your left position by your leg, you move the right leg to it, then you come back, you move the right one to the right side, then you move your left to the left side. After that you can move backwards, your left leg back, then your right leg back, then you come back, your right leg forward, and then your left leg forward. If you do that pattern for some time, you can now add your hand to it. So if your left leg is moving to the left side, you can move your two arms to the left side and move your right leg in coordination with it. If you are moving your right leg to the right side, you move the right leg to the right side, your hands in the right side in a coordinated pattern. Then you move your leg to the pattern. That will help you. By the time you notice, you are already doing a dance movement with repeated beats for you. So you do that too for 4 minutes, then you have 1 minute break. So now we have achieved all we are saying. It's just a matter of you standing in the position. By the time you start doing the movement with some small music, my dear, you see yourself dancing, and you'll be marveled at yourself. So we've done a cool down, which is slow walking 3 minutes. You increase the pace of the walking, which becomes a brisk walking for 2 minutes, which is a cool down. Then we came to talk about the vigorous activity you've done for 20 minutes, but then you have a 4 minute break because you do 4 minutes exercise and you rest for 1 minute in all of them. And we talk about you running in place. If you run in place 4 minutes, you have 1 minute rest. We also talk about you doing a jump, skipping a rope. So if you skip the rope for 4 minutes, you have a 1 minute rest. We talk about step ups. You grab a step or you grab a stool in the house. If you do that too, you have a 1 minute break. Now let's talk about the cool down, because we said when you start, it has to be slowly and then you increase it. So you've just finished a vigorous activity. Now you are supposed to do something that will bring the body system down. So if you have a bicycle, simply you can just put yourself on it. You increase the intensity for it to burn some calories. Then you cycle for some time. If you are in the gym, don't do it alone. Make sure you have a spotter, someone that is looking at you and knowing that you are doing the right thing. In the end, you wouldn't fall down or you wouldn't hurt yourself. Also, If you don't have cycling, if you don't have a bike for you to engage in cycle, then my dear, you can still go back to the first activity you started with, which was the slow walking, and then you increase the breath. So you can just engage in some slow walking again for 5 minutes, or you stretch your body for some time, and that will help you get this 30 minutes exercise you are talking about. And all of this will have an impact on your body. We say exercise enhancing sleep. How? Exercise help to boost your immune system, because when you are exercising, there are hormones that are released, hormones such as cortisol. Cortisol helps the body to calm down. It calms the mind. So if your mind is in a calm state, your body is in a rest stage or restorative state, when you go to bed, you'll be able to fall asleep easily, and you stay asleep each day perfectly until your time of waking up is very necessary. Exercise also helps to boost your immune system. So if you are depressed, you feel anxious, and you start doing this dance move, by the time you know, you've forgotten about the negative thoughts or all the bad energies, all the things you're talking about. Exercise will help release endorphin. And endorphin helps you to think positively. It makes your body very active, and all the things that come to your mind is nice thinkings and nice thoughts. So if you're having this nice thoughts, you will go back to bed and you sleep very, very well. Exercise also help you to improve your circadian rhythm. There is a clock within our body. We call it body internal clock. So you notice that if you sleep today 6 a.m. and you wake up the next day 7 a.m. If you don't take care, the next day the same thing will happen to you. Go to bed 6 a.m. and you wake up 7 a.m. the next day. If you start engaging in exercise and these hormones are being released, it will help the body's circadian rhythm to become very stable. So now you have the quality sleep you've been always seeking for, instead of you going to the drugstore to buy Luzative to help you sleep. Just do this for free. It will not just help your sleep pattern, but then it will also help your overall well-being. Now, a quick recap for all that we've learned today. Don't go. We'll be right back. Then we do the quick recap.
Hi, I'm Emanuela. Do you know exercise is medicine? How often do you exercise? Do you have plans of exercising but do not have the time? Join me on the Star Plus TV, 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. every Sunday, as we discuss the secrets of wellness and fitness. Get ready to be inspired and motivated to live your healthiest life. Don't miss out on this incredible experience. To learn from experts in this field, don't forget Star Plus TV, 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. every Sunday. Do make time to join us. Star Plus, the voice of Africa. Hi.
Welcome back. So as we said, we talk about exercise and physical activity. Change all your physical activities to exercise. Make it planned, make it structured, make it purposeful, make it repetitive for it to become exercise. Exercise helps to relieve more of hormones. These hormones will help your body to calm down. It helps the brain to restore well. It helps the brain to function, your heart to function, your system to function well. The muscles that control breathing function well. It helps you sleep very well and have this sleep quality. Instead of buying Luzative, just engage in physical activity. Change the physical activity to exercise and have a quality sleep. Do the exercises we talk about, or go online, look for exercises that will enhance your sleep pattern. You wouldn't waste any money. And we have to know that if you are taking Luzative, in the long run, it has another effect on our health. So my dear, just engage in exercise. Follow us on our social media handles. On YouTube is Star Plus TV, Facebook is Star Plus TV, and TikTok is Star Plus TV. Secrets of Wellness is brought to you by Perfect Star in collaboration with Perfect Grade Publications and Stationery. They have all your books from kindergarten to JHS 3. For bulk purchases, you can contact the following numbers: 0243 299 938, 0243 299 938 or 0540 755 465 0540 755 438. I'm Emanuela and I brought to you Secrets of Wellness. See you next week, same time, 2:30 to 3:30 p.m.